Hello, Leo. Welcome to your angel reading for October 2017. I'm using the Saints and Angels Oracle cards and the Enchanted Tarot. And let's start with this card, which is the theme. And this is the Emperor card. This is somebody who's in charge, in command, in control. Whether this is you as an authority figure, you are a fire sign and you do have those qualities, or this is some other authority figure within your life, whether it's a parent or it's a boss or whatever it may represent. We'll just keep on going until we figure this out. And here we have the King of Wands. So we have some more authority showing up in your reading. Wise decision. Here's a wise decision. So what is the wise decision that you're making or you're supposed to make? Well, we have the Ten of Wands and the King of Wands. A lot of Wands energy. This is the fire energy, and you're the fire sign. So this is this heavy load you carry. These are all the responsibilities and all the projects that you take on. Because as a fire sign, you do a lot of projects and you're always busy and always very active. And it sometimes can become burdensome. It's a heavy load. It's a lot of responsibilities that you take on. But that's just your nature. And here's the King of Wands, which could represent you as well. This is the leader, authority figure. This is that fiery, passionate, active individual. He's in charge and in command. So the wise decision, I'm not sure. We have to keep on going. I don't know what it's referring to, but I might get clarity as we go. And here's animals. This is just a message about animals. And we've got Seven of Swords and the Five of Wands. So there's conflicts regarding animals. So many people in a marriage or when you're living with people, and one person has to have animals and they can never have enough, and the other person doesn't want any animals. And it creates conflicts, and that's what this card is, conflicts about the animals. And then the Seven of Swords is about being sneaky and deceitful. So if somebody's being sneaky, oh my gosh, what if somebody's poisoning animals? That happened to me, believe it or not. If you're living with somebody who just absolutely cannot stand the animals, and they're very sneaky about what they're doing, and maybe be careful, because maybe they're abusing the animals when you're not around. Or maybe it's the other way around. Maybe you have a partner with animals and you can't stand them. So maybe your partner's being sneaky about the animals and letting them in the house when you're not around. But there's some kind of sneakiness here that's happening where animals are concerned, and it's causing conflicts. And here's emotions. The emotions regarding this is coming to a crossroads and having to decide which way to go. And you're having some strong feelings about that, and maybe you're not sure which way to go. You know, you've come to this path in your life, and now you need to make decisions. And sometimes those decisions are very, very hard to make. And it's especially when you make the wrong decision, but you don't realize it until 5 or 10 years down the road. And by then, you know, you've spent those 5 or 10 years on the wrong path. So there's always a lot of emotions regarding these decisions that you have to make when you have to decide which way you're going to go in your life. And here's the Hermit. So the Hermit is about turning inward and seeking that truth within you and listening to your intuition about what you need to do regarding this crossroads that you're at and these emotions. Maybe you're single. The Hermit card could just reflect the fact that you're single and you're at a crossroads right now and deciding if you want to stay that way or do you want to enter into a partnership. Maybe you have feelings for somebody that has a lot of animals, but you have allergies and you can't live with them because of your allergies and they're not willing to let them go. And that's causing conflicts. So you're at this crossroads right now. And down here we have speak your truth. I don't think Leos have too much trouble speaking their truth. But here's truth about a new emotional, this is a new relationship. These new feelings that you're having for somebody. If we're looking back up here at these emotions and you're having feelings for somebody and it's new. So maybe you're single as reflected in the Hermit card and now you need to choose which way you go. Are you going to be with somebody or are you going to stay single? And speaking your truth is just about letting that person know how you feel. Maybe they don't know. Maybe you need to speak up. And if you're thinking about living with them, or if these animals are causing issues, and you don't want to live with animals, or you have allergies, or that's causing problems and preventing you from wanting to live with somebody, then, that's where you need to speak up. And then here's the Ten of Swords, where you feel defeated. You feel defeated in some way. Maybe you're not able to speak up. Maybe you're having a hard time speaking your truth and expressing your feelings and what you feel. And then the next card is Pray. Here's the Pray card. And if you look at her gaze, she's gazing down at this card where you feel defeated. So pray about this situation here where you're feeling defeated. This one, I'm pointing and it's not on the video. So this is you feeling defeated in a situation, so pray about it. And then also under the Pray card, we have this tragic event. There's some kind of tragedy that's going to rock your world, or that did, something you experienced that made some very drastic changes within your life. Something came tumbling down. Something within your world came tumbling down. And it's a new journey for you. There's some new experience because of it. That's what this Fool card represents. So if something happened, some tragic event or some sudden catastrophe or a sudden breakup or a sudden divorce or some sudden change within your living conditions, then pray about that. And I'm going to refer over here to this Emperor card again. This is a father figure. So if this father figure has anything to do with any of these cards here, if there was some event that occurred because of or surrounding your father, or there was some event surrounding your boss, maybe you lost your job, and this Emperor simply represents your boss. And speaking your truth would be, if there's somebody that you find it hard to speak up to, and that's represented here in this Emperor card, some strong authority figure that you have a hard time speaking your truth about something with that person, then that's what that's for. So there's some new journey for you and some experience that some major change in your life, and the message is simply to pray about it, pray for guidance, and pray for, dear God, please tell me what I need to know if you don't know what else to pray, and get some guidance and assistance in that. And stress management is the last card. Five of Swords is about a shallow victory. So when somebody's the winner, somebody's also the loser. So what is done, like if we go back to these animals and this conflict surrounding animals, if you got rid of the animals, so now you're the winner, but your partner is completely distraught and devastated, and maybe if they find out if there's some deceit involved, which is what would be reflected here is the deceit. If you were deceitful in some way and took those animals to the Humane Society without telling your partner and just pretended that they ran away and didn't know, that could cause problems down the road if they find out. So this is a shallow victory. There's a shallow victory of some kind, and it's causing stress. Whether you did that or your partner did it, it's causing some stress. And the Two of Pentacles is also about this juggling act with responsibilities. When you have a lot of responsibilities and you have to juggle everything. And you as the fire sign, if I look at the King of Wands, is the kind of person that's got a lot of projects going on, very busy person, and very much in command and in control. You're usually the kind of person that gets involved in an activity and you take charge. You might be the one who arranges the meetings, or people turn to you to work things out, to take charge and in control of whatever activities or projects you're getting involved in. Whatever sports or whatever social groups you're involved in, you're very involved, and you would do a lot, and you take a leadership role in that. And sometimes that becomes this juggling act where you've got so many responsibilities and you have to figure out how to juggle them all, and it creates a lot of stress here. So sometimes you have to let some things go. Sometimes you have to prioritize and decide what's the most important thing to focus on at the moment. If you need to let something go, maybe you need to let something go, but otherwise prioritize and decide which ones are the most important that deserve your attention first and foremost, and to get those done. Because I think this is more reflective of you as the Emperor, having those leadership qualities and always being in a leadership role in whatever you get involved in, whether it's a hobby or a social group or a sport, or you're coaching your kids' teams, or you're the leader of your daughter's Girl Scout troop. Whatever you're doing, this Emperor reflects, I think it reflects you and your leadership roles. So that's your reading for the month. It seemed to be a little brief with this one here, but sometimes they are. So if you didn't find anything, if nothing here resonated with you, check out some of the other readings I've done. I did a general reading, and I did a relationship reading for the month of October. I still have some, I've done some for September. We're still in the month of September. You could try those as well. If you go to my channel and click on playlists and look for the folder for Leo, and you can find all the videos I've done for Leo. You can watch all of them because right now they're all relevant. We've got September and October, and they're all relevant because we're at the end of September heading into October. And if this didn't resonate, so try one of those. You could also check your rising sign. If you know your rising sign, if it's different from a Leo, you can watch those and maybe gain some insight on those as well. Please click subscribe if you haven't done so. You can find me much more easily next month. And like the video if you liked it. Comment below. I love to see comments. I always try to respond in some way. And I hope to see you back next month. Take care and God bless.